Hey everyone, just wanted to give you a real quick kind of behind the scenes on my media ValeCity right now. For the past several months, I've been kind of working off and on a site redesign, which is kind of pretty much kind of the fine tuning here. In case you're wondering, it's Weebly. I use Weebly, and right now I'm trying to focus on doing this video and also doing the site redesign at the same time. But this is a quick little behind the scenes of and how things actually, what I call the actual work part of the media, of my media, and kind of like at times the boring, relatively boring and monotonous part of things, right? In the upcoming events section, as you can tell, just doing some nothing major, but just some like I said, fine tuning, going through every page. Some things I didn't like back in July. I actually started this. Also started getting involved in some other projects recently and switching between them, so it taking a lot longer than planned, but it's worth it. And just to give you an exact idea of what I'm doing right now, in case you can't tell, is making sure the ad for Team Worldwide is a little bigger, and trying to bring things like the location of upcoming events to a little more to the attention, and make it a little more distinguishable in both the desktop, the laptop, and the mobile versions. But yeah, like I said, just wanted to give you a little bit of behind the scenes. This is, like I said, boring and monotonous right now, but it's got to get done. And without a staff, there's only one person who can do it. We can do it right now. Believe me, it's not a complaint. I love what I do. I love doing this stuff. I love doing the media. But if on the offhand chance you would see me out covering an event, that's the fun part. Honestly, that's the fun part. That's the vacation part of what I call the work and the vacation part of what I call working vacation. But this is the actual very serious work part of it, or at least part of it. It's actually the most boring and monotonous part of it, but it's worth it. Trying to make, but doing also look for next time I do an article, which will hopefully be in a couple days, in the next 24 hours. We try to give you behind the scenes look at that. And before I screw myself up, I just wanted to bring this to a close, but hopefully you enjoyed the behind the scenes and the actual, what people don't normally see, the actual true work part of things with my media. Also, I'll give you more behind the scenes videos coming up. Working on my next book, one of my two next books actually. Memories of Night's Future, which is going to start off. Don't know. I'm just going to let it take on a life of its own. Unity. I want to take Unity, learning that. By the time I'm done with that, I want to have very good idea of designing my first video game, which is going to be tied into Night's Future. So, a lot of things, a lot of projects going on. Finally started using OneNote to keep track of everything. At least, do a basic track of the basics of what I'm going on, instead of trying to keep everything in my head. Love Microsoft Office. Like I said, really, I hope you enjoyed the actual. This is the work part, the true work part of things for my media, Surreal ValeCity. Take care, everybody. I hope everyone's safe. I know the articles in this have been actually very light lately. Just a lot going on, which I am thankful for. My life is finally getting to the point where the way I like it, the way I love it, and the way I want it. Non-stop, all business, all work. It's worth it. Officially into fall in the northern hemisphere. It's been unseasonably warm out lately, but with the change of leaves and change of seasons, as with every day, take some time out of this crazy, hectic thing we call life, for your friends, your family, and for yourself. Get one shot every moment. Make it matter.